Hi everyone. I have my room dark because there's laundry all over my bed. I'm like trying to disguise how much of a mess my bedroom looks. I'm too lazy to flip it around so you can see my desk. But we've gone over all of the products that you guys got in your packaging. Lindsay, I know you started late, just getting everything yesterday, being away. Hope you had a nice trip. But since we've kind of talked about all of the oils that you already have and hopefully have been using, I was going to go over the 3 different ways to use oils like I would in a class, and then the top 10 oils, some of which you already have, some of which you definitely don't. So the 3 ways to use oils is aromatically, internally, and topically. Aromatically is when you're breathing it in from your hands. In fact, I'm going to put some peppermint and wild orange on right now. I love the smell of the 2 of them together. So when you're breathing it in from your hand, that is aromatically. When you're breathing it right from the bottom, that's aromatically. In a diffuser, that's probably the way most people use the oils aromatically is in a diffuser. I have a diffuser right here. I have this one in my bedroom. I just fill it up with oil to this line right here. It needs to get cleaned. But all diffusers are different. So this one runs for 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours, depending on what I set it on. I have one downstairs right now. It runs for 10 hours. The kids both have one in their room that runs for up to 24 hours. So it runs for a while. The nice thing about the diffusers is that you can cleanse the air. You can get rid of odor in the air. It kills bacteria and mold in the air. So just by running your diffuser with a couple of drops of either On Guard, Wild Orange, Purify, any citrus oil will help cleanse the air and kill anything that's growing in the air. I love using it for the kids. Like, you know, if Harrison, my 4-year-old, is stuffy, I can run the diffuser in his at night with Breathe in it to help open up his airways, help him sleep better. The baby, I always run some type of like immune supporting oil and sleep oil. When we talk about people having problems sleeping, we always kind of go to bottoms of the toes and aromatically in a diffuser so that they can it helps them sleep all night long. Unfortunately, I didn't give you guys any oils that were just in kind of like a dropper like this because it would be a waste if you didn't have a diffuser. And obviously you're not going to go out and buy a diffuser just to use some samples of oils. But that is the best way to use them. They get into the bloodstream. They go right into your lungs. Like I was talking about the other day, like that is one of the reasons you would want to have actually pure oils and not just, these junk oils you can get in any store. The diffusers don't get your table surfaces wet, so they're not like a humidifier. The nice thing is if someone were to knock them over, if a kid were to grab them or someone spilled it, nothing's catching on fire and nothing's hot, nothing's burning anyone. It's just room temperature water, whatever temperature water you put in it, and a mist. So you're not getting like a soot on your wall from burning a candle. You're not getting the toxic fumes from a candle because all of the fragrance that's used in candles is just synthetic fragrances. They're really bad for asthma and allergies. So we don't buy candles at all anymore. We just diffuse. And obviously, I have a ton of oils. I have every oil. So, we're able to diffuse lots of different things and make, beach scents and focus blends and all different things. So that is aromatically. Topically, we always say to start putting the oils on the bottom of your feet first. The bottom of your feet have the largest and most pores on your body. So when you put an oil on the bottom of your feet, it gets into your bloodstream in 30 seconds. There's a video. I might be able to get the video off YouTube, but you can see what your blood looks like before and after oils and the difference that it makes in your blood cells separating and moving more rapidly. So after you are done putting the oil on your feet and you feel more comfortable, you know, apply the oil wherever you have a problem. If you have an upset stomach, apply the oil to your stomach. If you have a headache, apply it to your head. If you have back pain, apply it to your back. If you have a cramp in your leg, put it on your leg. You know, I think that when I first started, like there's this oil called Claricom, and it's for hormones. And it's all things hormone related, whether you are a preteen going through puberty, if you are trying to get pregnant, if you are trying to level off your hormones, if you are postpartum and, you know, your hormones are all over the place, if you're going through menopause, premenopausal, postmenopausal, trying to breastfeed, trying to contract your uterus to go back to its original shape after having a baby, if you have terrible periods and cramps, this is an oil that you would want to use. So, you know, I felt like when I got it, I needed to know the exact spot I had to put the oil for it to work. Like if I was going to put it, you know, on the wrong spot on my foot, it wasn't going to work. And, you know, that's not the case. You know, the oils will work no matter where you put them. Sometimes they will do different things, but overall you will find relief and you will find help through putting them on. It's not an exact science of the exact location you need to put it. I do have a chart. I think I have it right here. Oh, no, I don't know where it is, but there's a chart, like a reflexology chart. It was on my desk for such a long time. I'm wondering if I brought it to a class and then left it there. Because I completely forgot about it until the other day. Here's one. So like the hands and the feet both have all different places you can apply oils or pressure for different things. So when we talk about sleep, we always talk about applying the essential oil to the bottom of the big toe because it goes right to the brain to help shut the brain off. But that Claricom oil, that hormonal oil, goes around the inside of both of your ankles because that is attached to your reproductive organs. And that oil is not just for women, it's for anyone with hormones, including men. No oil will produce or cause more estrogen in the body. It will just balance out hormones. But yeah, so we always kind of start with at the feet and then apply it where needed. And it isn't an exact science as to where you need to apply the oil for it to work. But, you know, if you have a headache, putting it on your foot probably won't do as much good as putting it on your head. With that being said, topically, you know, I try not to really ever use any oils direct. Every once in a while with the peppermint and wild orange, I'll do that. I feel totally fine with that. I'm kind of rubbing it around my hands and dispersing it before applying it to my neck. To make the oils last longer, we use these roller bottles, and they're just empty roller bottles. You can get them on Amazon. doTERRA does not sell them. They do have some roller bottles that are already pre-diluted, but you couldn't make your own blends. So this is like my teething blend. I have a couple of different oils in this for Savannah. I can rub it right along her jaw. This is actually an extra one that was in my diaper bag when I cleaned it out. But I just take my label maker and I put a label on it. You also get like little stickers. All these stickers that are on the tops of my caps here, they come with your kit if you enroll, and then you can just place them on your roller bottle. But for Savannah, I use like maybe 1 to 2 drops of oil for this entire thing, and the rest is just filled with fractionated coconut oil. And doTERRA has a great one. I bought this because it's larger and it has this pump, and I like to just pump it right into the roller bottle. Oh, here's doTERRA's right here. So, you know, you're doing this for sensitivity. You wouldn't want to put an oil directly on a child or a baby undiluted. There's also certain oils like oregano is a hot oil. You would not want to put that directly on your skin. It will burn. So when you're talking about diluting essential oils, you're always diluting with a carrier oil, and a carrier oil is fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil, macadamia nut oil, grapeseed oil, you know, any one of those, even lotion, an unscented lotion like this would help. And you want to make your oils last longer. So, you know, if you're using 1 drop of oil and you're spreading it around the surface of your skin, I don't know how far you're really going to get. But if you add a drop of coconut oil, you're going to get a lot further with that one oil. More oil does not do more. It will only do what it can do. It's not like the more you apply, the, you know, more focus you will get. If you can, you have to stay consistent. So as soon as you're, you know, maybe once an hour, if you're in the middle of studying, that kind of thing. You know, drugs is more less often. Oils is less more often. If that makes sense to you. So yeah, that's topically. The other way to use oils is internally. I do use some oils internally. I don't like flavor my water and drink essential oils all day long every day. I take oils internally. I take this supplement called DDR Prime. That stands for damaged DNA repair. I did a video in our group page a little while back. If anyone's interested in that, it's a really cool oil, but I don't want to get into talking about that right now. I will take like the allergy pills. I will take the cold pills. If I have an upset stomach and I don't buy the Digest Zen soft gels because I don't really need them that often, I will take a veggie capsule right here. And it's just made of vegetable gelatin. doTERRA sells them, I think you can get like 160 for $4. And then I can put whatever oils I want in here. Sometimes I will put lemon in here if I feel like I need to go to the bathroom and I haven't been able to go. I'll put lemon in, or the Digest Zen if my stomach's upset. Sometimes I'll do the Flu Bomb, which is a combination of 4 of the top 10 oils, and that helps get rid of any sickness that's going on and helps strengthen your immune system. Before I had the allergy pills, I'd make a pill cap for myself all the time of just lemon, lavender, and peppermint, which is all that's in the allergy pills that doTERRA sells. And you just pop the top back on, and you know, you can make any combination. You can make a pain pill, make a stress pill, you can make a sleep pill. So that's really cool. You would also use these if you were doing something with hot oils, like if you were doing something with oregano, cinnamon, clove, cassia, thyme. Those are all hot oils. And, you know, I also don't want to taste oregano in my mouth. Like, I don't like the taste of oregano. The oil's so strong. So I feel like that would just ruin my day, not just like an hour. It would probably ruin the entire day. And I also wouldn't want to burn the inside of my mouth. So that's another reason you'd put it in a pill. Other than that, if I want to like do something with my throat, whether it's allergy wise or sickness wise, I usually put it in a shot glass and I gargle. But you can take oils internally, and there's an entire chapter in this book I have. It's called The Healing Intelligence of Essential Oils. And the doctor that wrote this is, he holds a PhD in chemistry and is the founder and scientific director of the Pacific Institute of Aromatherapy in San Francisco. And here's like a MRSA blend, allergy relief. But he has an entire chapter on internal. I should probably bookmark it. $131. So, how to apply essential oils internally. And he goes over all the different oils that can be used just in water and drank regularly. And then he goes over different type of issues within the body that you might need to take essential oils for. This one's for cystis, liver detoxification, suppositories. I don't think I'd ever do a suppository, but unless I was desperate. So yeah, there's a whole lot of information in this book on the ingestion side of essential oils. So it's not like something I made up or doTERRA made up and it's telling you is safe. It actually is safe. And there are oils you can take internally and there's oils you can't. So in order to know the difference, there are oils like this is Digescend, and Digescend's a really cool oil we're going to talk about in a minute. But on the labeling here, it says supplemental facts. So that is how you know you can take this internally. Now, this is Breathe, and you cannot take this internally, so it does not say supplemental facts. I think that's all I'm going to hit on with internal use. I'm going to kind of just quickly go over the top 10. I have 15 minutes till This Is Us comes on, and this will be a half an hour video, so watch it at your leisure. You know, it's one of the longer ones. So let's talk about lemon first off. Lemon is the most popular essential oil. It's their #1 selling oil. It's not their #1 most selling product that they have. That's the vitamin supplements. They sell better than any oil doTERRA has, but this is their #1 selling oil. This oil, this entire bottle is $10. So it's super affordable. There is about 270 drops in this bottle. I use this bottle for mainly, I probably buy at least 1 bottle of this a month. I love lemon. I love how it smells. I keep 1 in my kitchen at all times. So whenever I put something on the garbage disposal that stinks, I put a drops of this down there, put it in my trash can if that smells. I put it on my sponge at night before I go to bed to help kill bacteria in the sponge. I use this for any type of sticky residue that needs to get removed. My son had a sticker on his shirt and it was thrown in the washing machine and had like all this residue. So I just took my oil, rubbed it all over the shirt. All of the plastic glue came off and his shirt looked perfect. I've used this on marker and crayon and paint. It eats away at anything that's not natural. So you also have to remember that if you drop this on wood, it will eat away the varnish. If you have a diffuser and you accidentally spill some on something that's painted, it will mess that up. I found out the hard way. Some spilled on my mantle and it took all the paint off my mantle in one section. But it's very uplifting. It's a cleansing oil. You can add this to vinegar. You can add this to water to help clean in a spray bottle. You can add this to a veggie cap to help detox your kidneys and liver and get things moving in your body. Let's see what else it says here. pH. So it's from the rind. So if you're someone that drinks lemon water in the morning, you know, you're getting the acid from the fruit of the lemon in the hot water and then on your teeth. But this is actually from the rind. So it's a base. It is not acidic. It's great for heartburn. Oh, congestion and runny noses. So when anyone here has like starts to come up with like the sniffles, I do this and tea tree oil. But the saying is lemon to the toes stops a runny nose. So you can put this, you know, in a roller ball and apply it to the bottom of your feet to help dry up your sinuses. And even just in a diffuser, it works really well to help dry up your sinuses. Allergies, we've talked before. I can't stress how much I love lemon, lavender, and peppermint for allergies. So lemon, my phone's been so weird today. I don't know what's going on. Oh, my 93-year-old aunt is trying to FaceTime me at 8:50 at night. The next one I'm going to talk about is lavender. Lavender we've already kind of hit on. This is in the top 10. You guys all have this in a roller ball. All things calming, all things antihistamine, and relaxing. I hope that it's helping you sleep well at night. Diffusing this is also great to stay asleep all night long if you're someone that wakes up throughout the night. So I'm not going to really talk anymore about lavender. Peppermint, we've talked about peppermint before too. Helps open up the sinuses, helps keep you alert. Can be used all 3 ways, just like lavender and lemon. It's a cooling oil for body temperature. Great in a steam mug to open up your sinuses if you don't want to swipe the roof of your mouth. Great for cramps in your stomach, in your legs, in your toes, in your feet. If you get Charlie horses. So that's peppermint. Melaleuca. So Melaleuca is tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is great for breaking down the outer cell wall so that you can penetrate it with other oils like oregano to help you feel better. So if you have a cold and you can't take an antibiotic because an antibiotic won't do anything, you just have to ride it out. Tea tree oil combined with oregano actually will help you get better faster. It's great for things like athlete's foot, any funguses. It's another great cleaning oil, great for breaking down soap scum. I have a lot of information on cleaning with oils. If anyone wants that information, I can send that to you, or I can scan it and upload it here so that you can see all the recipes. Great for lice, spray it in the hair. I use those hand sanitizers you all have, and I take them when they're done and I put in witch hazel and water, and then I add in peppermint, melaleuca, and clove, and I spray Harrison's hair before he goes to school. I leave it in my car because I usually forget to do it when I'm in the house rushing around, but I spray it in his hair to help keep lice away. Great for infections and skin healing, any skin wounds. You can apply this around the wound. You can put some coconut oil. It's in my Boo Boo blend, not my Boo Boo blend, but anyone's Boo Boo blend that's with doTERRA. It's always lavender, melaleuca, and frankincense. It definitely has like a distinct, strong smell. I'm sure most people have had some sort of interaction with melaleuca. It's great for pimples. Like I said, pimples and skin healing, which I have a pimple right at the end of my nose. I'm sure no one noticed it because, you know, it's right at the tip of my nose, so it is a little hard to miss. So yeah, that's melaleuca. You can put it right on blemishes. Let me see what my book says here. Cuts and wounds, viruses, bacteria, and diarrhea. Canker sores. Oh, it's another great mouth oil. Athlete's foot, candida, sore throat, tonsillitis, dandruff, scabies. It's a great scalp oil. Ear infections. Oh, so yeah, I talked before about ear infections with lavender, but ear infections and pink eye. There's a combo which is mainly melaleuca and lavender that help with both of those things. Yeah, bronchitis, cold, flu. That is melaleuca, tea tree oil. I'm sure you've heard of it before. Let me see, what other oil do I have? I have 2 more oils that are singular oils, and then there's just a couple blends left. So oregano. Oregano is a hot oil. You don't want to put this directly on your skin. It will, I have used it to remove a skin tag. Every time I get pregnant, I get like a skin tag. This is TMI, but I get a skin tag. And I'll just put a drop or 2 on a cotton ball, and then I'll use the cotton ball right on the skin. And I'll be careful not to get it on any other area of my body, but it has fallen off. It's great for warts. It's great. I feel like a lot of people in the summertime are using this on their kids for plantar. If they're going to the pool and they're getting warts in the bottom of their feet. It's also, I don't know if you've seen those like Purdue chicken commercials where they say, we're not giving our chickens antibiotics anymore. We're giving them oregano. We're putting oregano in their water. Well, you know, this is what you can use to help yourself get better faster, not need an antibiotic, not kill off such good gut bacteria with an antibiotic that you really need to stay healthy. Let me see what else oregano says in my book, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Viruses, bacterial infections, strep, tonsillitis, staph, MRSA, intestinal worms, parasites, warts, pneumonia, to boost progesterone, urinary tract infection, athlete's foot, ringworm, candida. Yeah, so I basically hit everything just about. So the next one is frankincense. I have 5 minutes. Frankincense is the king of all oils. This oil makes all other oils work better. It's also a really expensive oil. This bottle here is like $70. I use this for the baby a lot. For I make the butt spray that I make. The Boo Boo blend, I like to put it on Harrison's chest a lot before we go out in public. It's also known as like a cloak of protection, so you can apply this right over your chest. It has a lot of emotionally balancing properties to it. I'm going to look at my book here and see what it is the oil of. Frankincense is the oil of truth. The negative emotions it helps with are abandoned, spiritually disconnected, distant from Father, unprotected, spiritual darkness. The positive properties is enlightened, loved, protected, wisdom, discerning, spiritually open, and connected to the Father. They don't actually mean your birth father, just so you know. Creates healthy attachments. It invites individuals to let go of lower vibration, lies, deceptions, and negativity. This oil helps create new perspectives based on light and truth. So yeah, the King of Oils was given to baby Jesus. It smells, if you've ever been to church or a Catholic funeral, it smells just like that. It is very strong, but it definitely has like some grounding properties to it, and I've really grown to like it. Someone that went to Catholic school their entire life, when I first smelled it, I was like, oh my God, I hate it. I'll never use that oil. And yeah, I love it. So now we're just down to a couple blends. I'm not going to make it. I'm probably going to go over my time that I gave myself. So breathe. Breathe cannot be ingested. All the oils we have talked about can be ingested. We're getting to one right now. There's only one other one that cannot be ingested that are part of the top 10. So this is Breathe. Breathe is basically like an all-natural Vicks. It has a ton of tree and minty oils in there to help open up the lungs, help calm down inflammation in the lungs. If you are someone that runs or works out, you can apply this to the bottoms of your toes or your chest before you work out to help get more oxygen into your cells. It's great for people with asthma. It is great for like cold weather where it tightens your chest. Great for congestion. It's known as the respiratory blend. Let me see what else it says here. It won't dry you up, but it will open you up to help get things moving. So if you want to get dried up, I would do Breathe and lemon together. So the top uses are, oh, my aunt uses this in her nose. She like rubs it up in her nose every night to help sleep. She thinks it helps her sleep really well. And I know one other person that has the same response with Breathe. Pneumonia, asthma, allergies, cough, congestion, bronchitis, influenza, sinusitis, nasal polyps, sleep issues, constricted breathing, exercise-induced asthma. Like I said, on the chest, on the bottoms of the feet. Some people do this thing called dough bonging where they put a drop or two in their hand, they cover and breathe it in like an inhaler and hold it deep. I have this so I used to do a blend of like coconut oil and shea butter, and then I would melt it over a double broiler. I'd let it cool a little bit. I'd add my oils. I'd put it in the refrigerator, and then I would get a hand mixer and mix it up so it was like this light, fluffy, almost whipped body butter. And then I had it in these glass jars, and I would use it on Harrison to help open him up when he was congested. But they came out a couple years ago, maybe a year or two ago, with a stick that is like, it kind of feels like Vicks, but it's not petroleum based. It's like coconut oil based, because I try just to keep petroleum in my car and not on my body. And I feel like if you look at a Vicks page, you'll see everyone talking how great Vicks is. And, it's all synthetic essential oils. Like, here are the real deal. This is basically Vicks in liquid form. So yeah, it's a really great one to have. I wonder what that one emotionally is, the oil of. So I feel like maybe it's like something opening. Well, try the oil of breath. Respiratory. The oil of breath. It helps with being sad, grieving, despairing, unloved, constricted, distrusting, and closed. Positive properties: loved, supported, receiving, open, healing, solace, embracing life. So I was kind of right with being open. It says for emotional use to use it aromatically or dilute with a carrier oil and apply over the heart or chest. Probably a really good heart chakra oil. So that is Breathe. And then we've kind of talked about Deep Blue before. Deep Blue essential oil has the blue tansy in it, has the helichrysum in it, stops with bleeding, helps with inflammation and soreness. Great migraine oil. Comes in this size no matter what kit you get. The next one to talk about is Digest Zen. So Digest Zen is all things GI related. It's the digestion blend. Now, this oil does it all. And I feel like people think the oils are expensive. And you know what? They definitely are an investment. But when you're looking at all the products you can replace with these oils, you know, it's so much cheaper than buying all this other crap at the grocery store or, you know, pharmacy to have in stock when you just need this one bottle to help with constipation, diarrhea, gas, indigestion, acid reflux, heartburn, nausea. What else is it good for? It's great for sinuses because there's peppermint and fennel in it, which help open up your sinuses. But so I have this in a rollerball, and I gave one to my cousin for free, and she sent me a text a couple days later and was, "Can you send me 3 more of those?" Because she was giving them out to her boys and her husband. She loved it so much. So the way you use this is, let's say you are constipated. You can have this in a rollerball, and you would apply it clockwise around the belly button. Just go clockwise a couple times and then just rub it in. That will help empty and get things moving. If you cannot stop going to the bathroom, counterclockwise around the belly button. I don't know if this is reversed, looking at myself or what, but counterclockwise around the belly button helps stop you from going. If you have indigestion or gas, you can put 1 to 2 drops right in your belly button and let it sit, and it will kind of infuse your entire abdomen. If you have heartburn, indigestion, acid reflux, you can apply it up and down your breastbone or even on the outside of your throat to help get all that back down and not bother you. It has ginger in it. Ginger's a really great tummy tamer. It has all oils in it you'd find in like a tummy tea: cardamom, fennel, coriander, peppermint. Let me see what it is in this book. Let me see, is it the oil of digestion? Yes, it is. I really smell the anise in it. I feel like I smell like the black licorice smell as soon as I smell it. And again, that oil can be used all 3 ways. So if someone is car sick, you can apply it in a diffuser. If I have a car diffuser, and I know that not everyone has a car diffuser, but let's say you're going on a long road trip and you know either you will be car sick or someone that's going to be in your car won't be feeling well. You either get a car diffuser, you could bring this oil, you can put it in a rollerball, have them use it as you're driving, or, you know, like we do with the oil in our hand, and just put it right over the vent in the car so you kind of get the smell throughout the car to help calm their stomach. This is a great oil I used when I was pregnant. It's safe to use while you're pregnant. I feel like, you know, women have a lot of problems with constipation when they're pregnant and heartburn. I like that that was safe and something that I had readily available to do all different things for me. But another thing I did when I was first pregnant, I had really bad morning sickness with Savannah. I don't know, like I feel like the girls just like kill you compared to the boys. So this is a cotton wick, and I would just take my Digest Zen and I drop a couple drops on this cotton wick, and then this is a nose inhaler. So you stick this in the inhaler. There's a little cap you put in the bottom, and then this is the top. So when I wanted to smell it, I would just take the cap off and just inhale, and that would help calm down my stomach and the nausea. So they come in like all different colors, and they're nice to have for someone that doesn't have a diffuser or needs to inhale stuff to help emotionally or with focus. So this negative emotions are for overstimulated, loss of appetite for food or life, difficulty assimilating new information or experiences, overwhelmed, apathetic, unenthusiastic. The positive properties are assimilating experiences, adjusting, nourishing, and enthusiastic. So yeah, it's a really great one to have because like what happens when you do get hit with like a stomach bug or a food sickness, you know, eating or drinking something is the last thing you want to do. So it's nice to be able to apply this topically and have it work just as well as anything or better that you could have taken internally. I don't even know what you'd really take for food sickness or a GI bug. You know, there's that like grape juice thing going around I see online. I think that's like helping you not get the bug. I don't know. But yeah, it's always a great one to have for stomach issues. Let me see what my other book says here, if I've missed anything. The digestion blend. Oh, we talked about sinuses, but bloating, gas, heartburn, nausea, indigestion, reflux, colic, dry or sore throat, morning sickness, heartburn, motion sickness, travel, colitis, irritable bowel, diarrhea, constipation, Crohn's disease, chronic fatigue, food poisoning, cough, and sinuses. So there's that. The last blend I'm going to talk about, I saved the best blend for last. It is On Guard. So On Guard is the protective blend. I think it smells really good. You all are enjoying the smell of it from the hand sanitizer. That's basically what this smells like. Not only is it the protective blend, but it's used in so many cleaning products. And doTERRA has an entire line of cleaning products: the hand sanitizer, the laundry soap, the dish, the concentrate, the cleaner concentrate. And they're all On Guard. They're all with this oil because this is the most powerful oil at killing bacteria and viruses and mold. They did a study in, I feel like I said this in this group, but I'm just going to repeat it anyway. They did a study during convention where they used 1 drop of On Guard in a 32-ounce bottle of water, and they cleaned the countertops, and 7 days later, there was still nothing growing on them. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. I apply this on Harrison's back every single day to help protect him. If you follow me on Instagram, I put up a whole story like last week about a morning routine. This is in there. And the frankincense is in there too. We put it on the chest and then this on the spine. I'm really grateful that I have this blend. We use it in our house a lot. I feel like this is one of the reasons no one gets sick, because if we start to feel something come on, we get right on it with this and it never develops into anything, or at least it hasn't for us this winter. And last winter, no, I don't think anyone was sick, and I know the baby wasn't sick. Drew gets sick every once in a while, but he's definitely not using the oils as much as I am, and he's definitely not as diligent about applying them as I am for myself or the kids, because, you know, no one wants to be sick and no one wants to take care of someone that's sick. But this oil, it has so many uses. Like you can put this in the diffuser. You can diffuse it when you're home to help make sure you don't get sick, or if you've been around people that were sick or in big crowds of people where there's a lot of germs, you can diffuse this. My sister was just using this for a sore throat, gargling with a drop of water, and it numbs the back of your throat. If you have a toothache, you can apply this to your tooth. It has clove oil in it, which is like the #1 essential oil for your teeth, as far as like teeth pain. You can put a drop in some water and soak your toothbrushes in it. You can soak vegetables and fruit in it. A lot of people soak apples with a drop of this so that kids or themselves can get the immune supporting properties of these oils in them through eating the apples. Oh, and speaking of soaking your food, I soak a lot of my berries, like my raspberries, my blackberries, my strawberries, in water with a drop or two of lemon to help remove dirt and pesticide residue left on my food. So, excuse me, I'll soak that, and I feel like it helps the food last longer. Yeah, and like the bowl looks disgusting when I take the strawberries out. It's so gross in the bottom. This is kind of like a light antibiotic. If you want to make it a powerful antibiotic, then you would add oregano to it. And then these two together, oregano, and I'd probably add Melaleuca. These three together are really, really good to help, get any sickness out of your body. Now, this is part of the Flume. So our Flume is called like the Flu Blend, and that is frankincense, lemon, oregano, On Guard, and Melaleuca. So Floom, Flume. And a lot of people put these oils in a veggie cap and take them every hour until they start to feel better. Just 2 drops of each. I personally like to take the On Guard soft gels because they have melissa in them and black pepper and oregano already, so they are super powerful. Those are like little magic pills. So yeah, those are the top 10 oils. They come in almost every kit. There's another kit that's called the Aroma Touch kit that has like some of those, and then some of the oils that you're using like Balance and Wild Orange also in them, in that kit. But yeah, I just thought that I would go over the top 10 oils since you have all learned about the 5 oils that I sent out to you to use this week. I hope you're all enjoying them and like them, and actually using them. I feel like that's like the biggest hurdle to get over, is remembering to use them. And once you use them, it's easier to remember next time. Hopefully everyone's having a good night, and I will probably jump on tomorrow, answer any like final questions. This page will be open for a little while longer for Lindsay and Renee. I know you guys got your stuff later than everyone else, and tomorrow is the last day of the month, so I am probably going to post some like bonus gifts if anyone wanted to purchase any oils or get started. I'll post all of that info tomorrow. Have a good night.